Hey, how's it going, everybody? Pardon the background, but I am actually at home right now. So, since I can't join you, here I am. My name is Joshua Hill, or I guess Mr. Hill, and I'm your Students Algebra 1 instructor. And I want to take a second to say thank you to each and every one of you because I'm certain that you've sat down and taken a look at some of the different work I've assigned with your students or encouraged them to do their best and put forth their best effort. Having done a semester of school during the pandemic fully online, I understand that it can be very taxing, very anxiety ridden, and very, very troublesome. And so I can only imagine what it's like for them as students and for you as parents having one or more students in the home for you guys and for your family. Now, I have a couple of quick tips, and then I have an outlook of what's going on for the rest of the quarter. My first tip is that when I post a video, watching it and taking notes in the math notebook that we gave out during the drive-thru is going to be very handy. Using that notebook to keep track of your own learning is going to be the best thing for you to use as a student. That way, the students can actually use that on their quizzes and assessments. And then it's also going to help when you're struggling, because if you can send me a picture of your work and say, Mr. Hill, this is what I'm working on right now, I'm not quite sure where to go from here, I can ask you if you've tried a couple of different things, and we can try and figure out a solution to the problem we're having. The next thing on that is, if you are reaching out to me, please reach out to me during the day. I promise that I am on my computer or on my phone all day working on some lesson planning or some different assignments, anywhere from 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m. If you're emailing me after that, I'm going to do my best to get back to you first thing in the morning. But if you're reaching out at 2 or 3 in the morning, I promise you I'm asleep. Now, a nice little outlook for the rest of the quarter. I've got a quiz coming up on next Monday. It's on the equal values method, which we're talking about today and tomorrow. And so kids will want to make sure that they are taking their notes over today's assignment and over tomorrow's and have a strong understanding. So tomorrow during the live class is a wonderful time to ask questions so we can get everything straightened out. I also have a Chapter 4 team test and individual test the week of December 14th. So on Tuesday the 15th in class, they'll take a team test where they get to collaborate with their peers, and then they will take their Chapter 4 individual test on Thursday, where they will do that on their own, but I will be there to answer questions that they have. The next thing that I have is, if you notice that your student has a lower than desirable grade in the course, the first thing that I'm going to recommend is to go ahead and take a look at the hack. If you check the hack and see that they have a variety of missing assignments, have them complete those assignments and then email me. If they email me with the assignment number, I will write it down. And then after a day or two of compiling that list, I will go update everyone's grades that has emailed me that they completed those assignments. I will go back and check sure that those assignments are actually entirely completed and done with fidelity, and try and give some feedback if I can. So just make sure that when they are completing those assignments, that they're spending an adequate amount of time on it and that they are letting me know that it's done, so that way I can go and fix everything for them. The only other thing I've got is there was a Chapter 2 assessment several weeks ago, and by several I mean like 3 actually, now that I think about it, and a lot of students are still missing that assessment. That assessment is posted in the original Google Classrooms that we were using before Thanksgiving. I haven't deleted them, all the students are still in there. If students go back and take that assessment, I am more than willing to grade it for up to full credit. I want your student to get every single point that they earn on that test, because it's very important that I know what they understand so far from what we spent the first half of the second quarter on. So if your student is missing that assessment, have them go back, have them send that to me. I definitely appreciate it. I want to give a couple of shout outs to wrap up my part of the evening, and that would be to shout out Beatrice, to shout out Shiara, and to shout out Demir. And I could shout out 10, 20, 30 other students, but we've heard a lot of names already so far tonight. But those 3 students actually reached out to me today about the current assignment that we're working on, and I had some very wonderful interactions, problem solving with them and figuring out what to do and where to go. So thank you to those 3 students for reaching out. I definitely appreciate you. Obviously, I appreciate everyone's work ethic in the class. And if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me via email or text. If you call me and I don't answer, I promise I'll give you a call back. Just leave a voicemail, but I'm going to put my personal number on the screen. Hopefully just a little bit ago. It's probably actually more down there. But anyways, I hope you folks have a wonderful night, and I look forward to continuing to work with your students for the rest of the year.